morning, everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. We got Cam in the house because it's Wednesday. What's happening, guys?
What's happening, man? USA. Does USA dominate today? What do we win by? 4 goals today? 5 goals today? What's the give us a prediction for the game? For the match.
I'm thinking like 3-1.
I was thinking 2-1.
Yeah. Like this is gonna be a battle. Like they should win, but this is gonna be a tough game still.
Oh, you guys got a modest victory.
When does
they submit their dominance in soccer? Does that happen this World Cup, or are we looking for 2 or 3 World Cups down the line?
Well, I mean, you're talking different players even next time. They're 4 years apart, man. It's not like you lose this tournament and then 6 months later you're back in it.
Well, that's kind of why I'm asking, because don't quote me as a soccer aficionado, but America, at least the men's team, has stunk for considerable years. I'm trying to give us time to develop some talent. When do we see some dominance from these guys?
I mean, you're already having one of their better runs.
That's exactly correct. I think that this is a game that they should win handily. I think that if they score 3 goals in the first half like they did against Paraguay, you're going to see them kind of pull back and like not play all their main players. The next matchup is going to be against the winner of either Belgium or Senegal. So that'll be a tougher matchup for them. But hey, listen, we've already had one big upset, like one major upset and one minor upset. Mm-hmm. We had Morocco, which was really, I don't consider that that's like a really minor upset. They weren't ranked as highly as the Netherlands, but the Netherlands not being able to make a penalty kick killed them, and Morocco wound up winning that game.
Well, it's not like Morocco was that far behind. Morocco wasn't that far behind in the standings, though.
Right, but it was one of those matches that wouldn't have really happened. It could have been a different type of matchup. What should have happened in the round of 16. So happening in 32 is a big deal. And just the way that the seedings are right now, the USA, if the USA come out strong against Bosnia and then happen to come out as the winner against the next in the round of 16, there is a chance they could go on that run.
Sure.
It's like being in the Elite 8. They would wind up having to play, of course, one of the top teams, but Germany being out already won. The Netherlands being out, there's 2. I mean, Morocco's tough.
Brazil hasn't looked as dominant as they generally do either.
They play again. They play today as well, don't they? They play sometime today, Brazil.
Do they play today? Let me see.
I thought I heard they play today. But so the Paraguay, is Paraguay any good? America beat Paraguay. They beat America beat them, but then they turn around and bumped out Germany. Are they any good?
I think that shows that Germany was a little bit higher ranked than they should have been. Okay. Paraguay's got a good team. You know what I mean? And ultimately, it's when you get into these knockout rounds, they leave everything out there on the pitch. So, and the fact that they were able to
Brazil already
I'm sorry. Let me cut you off. I don't mean to cut.
Continue
your thought.
Yesterday.
Thanks, Bo. But when you say they leave it in the knockout round, they leave everything on the pitch. They're not doing that during every game.
Not really. No, I think that they definitely play differently for different rounds. Absolutely. It's like when you play in the group stages, it's like the regular season, and then you go into the playoffs. So it's like it steps up a notch. And Germany, who had won 2 games, who wound up losing that 3rd game and then wound up losing 2 in a row. And like I said, on penalty kicks, it's like penalty kicks. It's like you think that they're automatic, but as we've been seeing, they're not.
Was the biggest story in that Paraguay win over Germany? Did you guys notice? I didn't notice this in real time. I just heard a lot about it on social media. Did you guys notice the guys shying away from the penalty kicks? The Germany players?
Yeah, a lot of them actually.
I didn't notice it in real time. I mean, I wasn't glued to the game, to be honest with you. I was watching the game, but I did not notice that in real time. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, they did not want to be the one guy to lose the game.
Exactly.
And that's what ultimately happened. There was a fear. I mean, that is the epitome of the pucker that we're always talking about. That is the pucker.
The sphincter tightening up, huh?
Oh yeah.
That was absolutely it. We saw that in real time.
You guys, I didn't know it was that obvious in real time. I was at a sports bar watching it. It was on. I just didn't identify it.
So they didn't show them saying no, but what you did notice is how long it took to get the next person up.
Right.
Yes.
Well, okay.
They showed that on the Instagram later.
I saw again. I saw him giving the guy who stepped up, giving him heck because he stepped up and missed it. I saw a lot of people giving him heck versus the guys who just did not want to step up and kick the goal.
Well, yeah, because I mean, ultimately, you're still the one that missed the shot, right? So they're going to be like, but at the same time, you were the only one that had the stones to go do it.
So that's not that's interesting. I would have thought that is like kind of taking your technical foul shot. Like that's established already. There's somebody on our team is going to take the technical foul shot at the end of a basketball game. I would have thought that your penalty kicks, your best goal scorers, that would have been my assumption. Your best goal scorers are going to kick 1 through 5. You're going to kick
the 1-5, but that was the number 6 guy. So they tied after 5. So they had the 5 people already figured out. So
you don't go through it again. I kind of thought they were going through it again, but then it was only one that 6 guy. You have to pick that 6 guy.
All 10 players will kick. The only person that will not do a penalty kick, if it remains tied, is the goalie. So all 10 players will go through. So, and it's kind of like hockey. In hockey, it's even worse, where you could go through all 24 players. Like you can go all the way up to your goalie before you have to repeat somebody who does that. Now that's never happened.
Yeah.
But this is there has been soccer matches that have had them go through the rotation of 10 and then have to go back through the rotation again.
All right, guys. So my last World Cup soccer question for you guys, for the audience today. Well, I got 2 of them, I guess. Is it worth my time to watch America today? Yeah. And which are the matchups that we should be targeting, that we should be excited about? Which matchup should fans be excited about over the next couple of days?
Trying to get some hate mail today. Should I even watch this game?
I mean, is it you guys just told me that the America should win fairly easily. That's what you guys both had said that. So is it worth my time?
It's not fairly easily. It's not fairly easily. They're going to have to play to win.
Oh, come on. We got to go back to the tape. We got to go back to the tape, man. I have both of you guys were to win, and both of you guys were very confident. Yeah, it's going to win.
I'm confident they're going to win this game.
Yeah, and I said this is still going to be a tough game.
That's a fair question with both of you soccer aficionados. It's a fair question to ask. Should we even tune in today?
Don't even put that on me. You know I don't like soccer.
So let me ask this question.
I'm asking for the fans.
Let me ask this question, Cam.
Yo.
Do you watch every playoff basketball game when they show that in succession, one after another?
I mean, I didn't watch Detroit and Cleveland.
Do you even like sports?
I'm pretty locked into the playoffs. I'm pretty locked into the playoffs. There are, again, Detroit and Cleveland. Yeah, that's a tough one. Game 2 of Detroit and Cleveland is a tough watch. I'll give you that. However, I'm watching most of the games.
Look at it this way. Look at it as the U.S. rarely makes it this far. It's worth watching.
Okay. Watch them and enjoy it before they get knocked out and sent home, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening actually. And at the moment,
you got the USA winning this thing. You got USA winning this whole thing.
This game,
it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But when you see the teams that they're going to have to play, the winner of the Belgium-Senegal match, could they beat either one of those teams? Yes. It's going to be harder than it will be to beat Bosnia. I think Bosnia is going to be the easier of those two games. But once you get past that, once you get past the round of 16 and you start to get beyond and you start figuring out, okay, well, all right, we get to play them. And then, the winner of that, then we get to find out who we get to play. It could be the winner, like it could be France, it could be Canada, Morocco, Paraguay. I mean, that's where things are going to be harder. I tell you, I think France is going to be our toughest match. If we want to get into the finals, beating France is going to be very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reserve my comment till they get to the finals and play France.
Well, they have to get to round 8. They get to the round 8.
Man.
They got to get past
America.
this game.
They got to get past this game first. We're in America.
Okay.
There's bigger sports news than the freaking World Cup. There's bigger sports news than World Cup. And I'm going to start with Kawhi Leonard getting shipped off out of America back to Canada. What you guys thoughts on Canada? Kawhi Leonard getting shipped out of LA?
I can tell you that news there is not bigger than the World Cup.
Depends on the audience.
Like,
there's a lot
in Cam's world, yes. In the actual world, no.
I don't know. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. What's you guys' thoughts on the NBA on the old guys being switched around in NBA, swapping jerseys?
I mean, that one, who cares? If they actually get the AD and LeBron to the Warriors old guy group, that sounds hilarious. The
Expendables.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you're going to have enough old guys that get hurt all the time that you can probably play all 82 games. Not together, just as a group.
No. Well, you say the group might be able to play 82 games, huh? But that's not going to be a deep playoff team if it went down like that.
No, and then even if they win, like how weird of a win would that be?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that team is positioned to win. I think it's interesting. Every year the NBA makes these changes, players go a different direction. I think that keeps the popularity of the game up. But yeah, LeBron going to Golden State, that, to answer your question earlier, that would be something I would not tune into until the playoffs. Until they were a 4th or 5th seed, I'm not watching LeBron, Steph Curry, and AD running up and down the court for 82 games. I'm not watching that.
It'd be the KD Nets, and they'd miss.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if they'd be that good. The KD Nets were a toenail away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals, weren't they?
I mean, it's.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would be that good.
They only. When they brought that super team together, they played 12 games together.
Who's that? The Nets and the.
Yeah, and KD and company.
Well,
when they brought everybody there, they never did actually play together, but they were undefeated for those 12 games. Too bad the season's a whole lot longer than that.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Right, 70 more games beyond.
Exactly.
That collection. That New Jersey team was.
He doesn't like sports, actually. Yeah.
I don't. I don't.
He commentates marble racing and
Jacks some dart throwing on Friday nights at the sports bar. We got Jackson and dart throwing. So no interest in the geriatric Golden State Warriors. No interest. What about Kawhi and Kawhi going back to Kawhi going back to the Toronto Raptors? Did that change the power in the Eastern Conference? I think that actually does. I think that actually
here's the thing.
Not changing the power. Excuse me, not changing the power because Toronto was in the playoffs. I think that just bolsters Toronto's. Go ahead.
Well, so here's the thing about that is even on that championship run, he got hurt during that season. That team played better without him.
No, it didn't. Stop it.
It did.
Stop it.
Go look at the win record.
Stop it.
Go look at the wins. I'm not making it up. They won more games without him than when he was there.
And think about it. He had a quadruple doink, and it fell.
Yeah.
Had not the Sixers probably would have won that championship.
Had not. God, come on. Stop with the had not, please.
But no, I mean,
it bounced and it went in.
It did go in.
We can't. Had it not go in. So had it not go in, Joel Embiid is a finals champion, NBA finals champion. Is that where we're going to go?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Well, even if we're not putting hypotheticals in this thing, that team still did win more games when he wasn't on the floor. So I got it. I don't know what to tell you.
That being said, he's going to get hurt again anyways, and he's going to play about 25 games. And
exactly.
I mean, he's going to do his press conferences.
Typically we hear the Northeast bias from this guy, and now we're hearing a bunch of sour grapes. That's surprising coming from a Philly fan. A bunch of sour grapes. I'm surprised by that. Well, not really. But.
I'm not sour about it. Hey, that basket went in. I can't do anything about it. I wasn't covering him.
And it still would have went in, even if you were covering him.
He probably would have swished it had he gone in. It wouldn't have bounced 4 times.
Yeah. No, I mean, do they get better with him there? Sure, but only for the games that he's on the floor. And if we've seen anything through his career, he's not going to play a lot of games.
I got bummed out. I got bummed out. Here's a name that won't go crazy. It wouldn't have been a big signing. John Collins was slated to possibly come to the Sixers. He wound up signing with Detroit for $51 million. And I am a big John Collins fan.
Why are you a John Collins fan?
So because during the Sixers Atlanta Hawks series in 21 or 22, I busted. You have Ben Simmons at the foul line, and he makes a foul shot. And John Collins grabs the ball, starts pushing the ball, dribbling it a little bit. I'm sitting on the floor. I'm like, Collins, why are you touching that ball? What are you touching that ball? He turns to me, blows me a kiss, and he goes, I like playing with the balls. And
hey.
And I tell you, ever since then, I've been a big fan of his. And I followed him like where he's going and stuff like that. And obviously he's not a big name, but he's a good forward. You know what I mean? I think that he gets rebounds. He's not going to be a guy who's going to put up 24 a night. You know what I mean? You're not going to get that from him. But I thought he would have been a good piece on the Sixers. I like a guy who's got some personality and isn't afraid to interact with the fans in a cool way. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about him. And so I'm doing it very selfishly. I would have loved to have him on the Sixers.
No, that makes sense.
For no other reason that he
blew me a kiss.
He blew you a kiss, and he socializes with the fans. John Collins, his career has been very, very underwhelming, in my opinion. So now he's on team number 5. We'll see if he plays in a role with the Pistons. He's just been underwhelming in every spot he's been in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you. That's not why I like I said, I liked his personality, and I think that he was able to get Atlanta. He definitely helped Atlanta in that series. I mean, him and Trae Young really were the entire series against the Sixers. Trae Young was using the Harden rule to the nth degree, and that's literally how they beat the Sixers. Literally how they beat them.
What do you think of Trae Young in the Washington Wizards? Is that they get AD as well? Is that a needle mover in your opinion?
No. No. I think Washington stinks. And the fact that they paid him $214 million or whatever it is $212 million for 4 years. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, they kind of have to.
It sounded like a Washington thing to do.
They have to spend some money, number one, and
but you can spend it smart. You don't have to just.
You're not forced to make dumb decisions. You're right about that. But I think they're, I think they have a history of making weird decisions. But that was kind of a question. Trading for him and AD. Like you're talking about some hope, talking about relying on some guys to come through. Neither one of those guys I'd be extremely confident in playing 50 games, let alone 82 games. But we'll see how things work out. But it's just the NBA, kind of the hot stove league of the NBA is happening right now. That makes it exciting. There's a lot of teams going here and there. A lot of things are happening out here.
Yeah, I mean, players are moving around. More of them to come for sure.
Yeah, I think the hot stove league is always interesting in basketball because I think it's more impactful because, as you guys know, 1 or 2 players can actually change the tide of a basketball team. Versus the NFL, it takes a little bit more to get it done.
No, if you got 2 special players,
do you feel Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto is going to make a big difference to Toronto?
Absolutely. Toronto. So we all know Toronto was what 6 in the Eastern Conference last season. Mm-hmm. So this just gives them a better closer. Those were a bunch of young guys who got to the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference. Now, obviously the thing with Kawhi is, can we get him? Can he load manage and get through the season? That's going to be the topic of the conversation, certainly. But when you get down to the playoff time, and you actually need a closer, I mean, yes, he's gonna make a difference, provided he's on the court. I mean, you only get 30 games, and you don't get to pick which 30. Well, so that's been a history for the last 3 years. Actually, last season, Kawhi played, I think, in upwards of 60 games, and Kawhi was really good. He was a top 10 player in the league last season. He didn't play a full 82 games. Yes, that's accurate. Yes, Toronto will be wondering, is his knee going to be good next week? Yes, is he going to have not a hamstring? He hasn't really had soft tissue. I mean, they've been his knee injury. I mean, unfortunately, you just don't know. But yes, Toronto is going to be wondering, is he going to be good in February? In February, they're going to be wondering, is he going to be good in March and April? Yes, that's going to be February. They're going to be wondering, is he good for Friday? Again, you just totally ignored what I just said. You're looking at a 3-year history versus the immediate 1-year history. Last year he played 65 games. Last year he was the top 10 player in the NBA. So yes, I think has he turned the corner to say he's not going to be injured? That's nobody can say that. Does he have a long history of being injured? Certainly. If you look at the most recent past, he played very well.
Matt Ryan had an MVP caliber season. That doesn't make him a perennial MVP. Like, what are we talking about? Just because you had one healthy year, AD had a healthy year, and you're like, wow, he's amazing.
And what happened in this healthy year, Bo? What happened in the
Yeah, he was amazing. And you know
what happened in this healthy year? They won a championship when they got 3 months off, and then AD
so
played
that was a bubble year. His healthy year was that no. His healthy year was really last year. Like, you can say the healthy year was a bubble year, but he got 3 months off, so yeah, everybody was healthy.
No, not every. I mean, that I can go 2 different ways in that bubble season. I can go 2 different ways. Everybody got time off, so yes, you could say it benefited Kawhi Leonard, it benefited Paul George. However, that was the season that they gave up the 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets. But those other teams, I mean, I'm not a Laker fan, but AD was healthy. AD was healthy. LeBron showed great leadership in that bubble season to keep everybody focused for that 3 months, to get through that 3 months time. Everybody stay focused.
Yep.
So talking about Kawhi Leonard.
He doesn't move the needle for me because I don't trust him to stay on the court. So he had a good year. He's played more than 1 year. If you look at the rest of his career, he just has a hard time staying on there. If he does stay, awesome. Then it probably moves the needle.
And what happened after he won that championship? He decided to go to LA for the Clippers because they thought they were ready to win a championship. And what happened? They had all the players, they had all the pieces to win a championship over in LA.
It wasn't injuries that failed them in LA. Like I just mentioned, in the bubble, the best team was 2020 when they didn't show up. That was a lack of heart. That was an injury. Put him, Paul George, and I forget who it wasn't. It was him and Paul George.
LeBron. They got beat by LeBron.
No. They didn't ever play LeBron. They got beat by the Denver Nuggets 3-1 when they gave up a 3-1 lead in the bubble. That's what happened. That was the peak of their success. They got beat in the bubble by giving up a 3-1 lead. I mean, they showed absolutely no heart. That's what Lou Williams went to he got the excuse or the not excuse. Well, they said he can leave the bubble to go to a funeral. That's when he went to got some lemon pepper wings. So that whole team collapsed. So that's a whole different story.
Right. And I just remember I was on one of the televisions and I was, I was making fun of Russell Westbrook on the TV and he was really angry with me. They had TVs and, in the seats.
Yeah. I thought you liked the fan. Thought you liked the fan engagement. You like Russell's engagement?
I love Russell Westbrook.
You don't like Russell?
I love Russell. Russell and I go way back. He loves me, and he tells me so every time he sees me by giving me a wave.
And of course, since we've been talking about Kawhi this whole time, you can bet on how many games he'll be available right here on Coast to Coast using the QR code on the screen. Up to 125% of your first 3 deposits, 10% bet guarantee. Casey actually plays more than 60 games, which really you could probably lock it in at less than 60. Exactly, all day.
I got it. I would put that over under at 41.
For real. And still probably hit the under.
Put money on it. I'd like to see you put some money on it, and we can come check back and see. I'd like to put some money on it and see where we stand on that one.
I got a $5 bill that I can mail to you.
No, don't mail it to me. I mean, can't you do some sports betting in Philly? We can't do sports betting online out here in Washington.
Yeah, we're not allowed.
That's why I could just mail it to you. It'll be me versus you on that $5.
There you go. Okay, yeah. I don't mind taking your money. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever.
Watch him get 40.
It'll break even.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I will tell you the other Toronto team that is in Toronto, the Maple Leafs. I don't know what's going on over there. Like, you want to talk about an inept franchise, like a team that just is like a franchise that is literally falling apart. Like they're
burning it to the ground.
They are. It's like they traded somebody. They picked up and they traded this guy. They got him last year at the trade deadline. They traded a first-round pick, protected, thank God, because they wound up getting the first-round pick, but they're going to have to give it up next year. Like a third-round pick and a player to trade this guy again for 2 third-round picks.
Ouch.
I mean, it's just like, come on, guys. You guys are like what is going on over there? Like, are you guys really that inept of a franchise right now?
Are they moving the team? Are they doing the purposeful tanking to like move it somewhere else? Because that's what this looks like, where they are just, I mean, they're doing as many bad decisions as possible.
They can't move the team. There's no chance that they will ever be able to move Toronto. They are stuck in Toronto forever. So that's foregone conclusion. But just I don't like it's like they traded both of their goalies to the Flyers. So the Flyers now have 3 goalies because we're going to re-signing our main guy too. So now they got 3 goalies. They are losing everybody else. I mean, I know that there's still a big name that's on Toronto right now. That's they haven't been offered enough yet to be able to to pry him away, but he's going to be gone too. And it's just I don't know. So maybe that's why they brought Kawhi back. They're like, hey, listen, we could steal all of the spotlight by just having the guy who won us a championship. Because if anything else, they look at him in Toronto as that guy that he won them the championship for the Raptors. So, and why not bring him home?
Sure.
His laugh is like bad. But anyways.
So if you guys don't believe, if you don't believe in sorry to can't comment on the Toronto Maple Leafs, but if you guys don't believe in Kawhi, do you believe in Giannis in Miami?
More so.
Yeah, I was gonna say more than Kawhi.
I think him and Adebayo are a really good matchup. Like they're gonna make 2 guys that I think would play very, very well together.
Who's going to do the ball handling on that team? Who's going to shoot? Neither one of them shoot 3-pointers. Is LeBron a good fit for Miami? Where's a better fit for LeBron James?
I think the Warriors are really the best fit for him. The geriatric crew.
I don't think so at all. I think that's a playing team. I think that.
Oh, we didn't say they'd be good.
Yeah, they'd be on
best fit doesn't mean good.
Well, I mean, I was saying best fit. I wasn't saying just be stink. I mean, I could say the Storm, and so I could see LeBron every night. That's not going to happen. But I mean, the best fit for
he could play on the Storm.
He could play in the Storm.
That might raise a couple of flags.
Yeah, a little bit. He'd have to put a wig on.
You'd be seeing Sophie pointing a lot. Be like, I don't know about this one.
Cleveland would be the other spot, right? Do his going home. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Cleveland. Do his farewell tour, home team. Like, I could see that.
I don't necessarily see Cleveland. I don't think that's it would be a good story. I think that would be the best of it. I don't think that's Cleveland can use them. I don't see him making that move. I mean,
they were a better team than the Warriors.
So here's a question.
Well, they can use it in that respect. I just don't see them fitting with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. If they forced him on the team, they make it work. I just don't think that's a seamless move.
It's probably the last hurrah for Harden too.
I don't know if Harden would survive that though. I don't know if Harden would survive that move.
But they only got to do it for a season. LeBron's probably done. Harden's probably done. It'd be Harden's last chance to get a ring. I think he could figure it out for a season.
You would think. I mean, Harden's had a lot of chances just to kind of figure it out and be on the team. I don't. It'd be an ugly fit. It'd be an ugly fit.
So give me all the reasons why. Because I think that you would be best suited for this. Give me all the reasons why LeBron would not fit in with San Antonio.
Oh, come on. Why he would not fit in with San Antonio?
Why he would not fit in with San Antonio?
I think his skill set would fit in with San Antonio. I think the reasons he would not fit in San Antonio, I don't want to say it's a personality clash. LeBron brings, as you know, brings an ecosystem with him. He just doesn't come in as a 6'8" small forward from Cleveland. He's coming in with a lot of stuff with him, a lot of backing behind him. I don't think the Spurs need to be bothered with LeBron and his entourage. I don't think the Spurs. If I was in the Spurs, I would not want to involve LeBron and all that comes with him with the Spurs. Basketball wise, he'd elevate the maturity of that team instantly. Basketball wise, we don't see the Spurs collapsing like they did 3 of the 4 games in the NBA Finals.
Well, and who did they bounce out of the room to make room for Bronny?
Bronny signed with the Lakers. The Lakers picked up his option the other day, which the timing was perfect for LeBron. The next day, LeBron says, I decided I'm not going to play with them. But the day for the Lakers to exercise their option was the day before, and they exercised the option. Then LeBron comes back and says, I'm going elsewhere. So,
well, yeah, because if he did it before, they'd have been like, yeah, Bronny, you're out of here, man.
I mean, they can still waive him, and that's still doable in the NBA. They can still waive him. However,
they could still trade him too. Like they can offload him. And
I don't to address your question directly. I just LeBron makes a lot of teams better, and specifically for San Antonio, there's no reason it would not work other than the oxygen that he sucks out of the room when he walks into any room. That's why I wouldn't be bothered with it. If I personally was advising LeBron, he's not looking for my advice, obviously. But if I was advising him, I say go to Miami. Go to Miami, make it, because they need a ball handler. There, he's not going to be in anybody's way as far as the backcourt action goes. He's going to have the ball in his hands. He's going to decide when Giannis gets the ball, when Bam gets the ball. And he can run with those guys. Those guys, I think they're on the same schedule. They're on a win now schedule versus, San Antonio is the win now, but they're like win now and immediately in the future. They're like they want to win within the next 1, 2, 3 years. if not all the 1, 2, 3 years, where Miami is looking at one season. They want to win this season. I think that would be the best fit for him because they need his skill set. They still need a couple shooters on that team, but I think they need his skill set. Do you guys think, in your opinions, John Morant going to the Portland Trailblazers, did that revive his career at all?
I think that it may be the spot where it can help him figure out how to be a normal
mature
being.
I don't think he's a normal. I think he's a long way from being a quote unquote normal human being. But
that was a good out, by the way.
It might help him mature a little bit. I mean, the shock of the shock of him getting traded kind of might wake him up. To your point,
that's what I think. It's like Memphis is a different type of town than Portland, Oregon is, and that
how so? How is Memphis different than Portland? Interested to hear your
I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't been to either. So I think
how you make a statement like that? How do you make a statement like that? Oh, that's what I was interested in hearing. How you make that statement?
You can make that statement because Portland is not like just about anywhere else. Like there's a reason. There's a saying, "Make it weird" is like their mantra. Like
I think his point. I think the point he was making was reversed.
Actually, that Memphis has had. I can only go by watching episodes of Cops, and I see a lot of episodes of Cops in Memphis, and I do not see a lot of episodes of Cops in Portland, Oregon.
You know where you do see a lot of them? You see a ton of them is Lakewood, Washington, down in Tacoma. They are on Cops all the time.
So I think that it's a much, and like I said, not ever being to Portland, I have no idea. It just seems to me like it would be a lot more calmer atmosphere in Portland than it would be in Memphis, and that there's a lot less things to get in trouble with.
You'd be surprised, but Portland is not the quaint, tiny seaside town you're thinking of. It's not. That's not what Portland is. Portland, and I can say this: just Portland has changed dramatically over the last couple decades. Bo, you can attest to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the same little town that it was. It's still a unique city.
Yeah, it's
there's
a fair amount. Unfortunately, there's a fair amount of crime going on in Portland. That kind of goes off the radars. Some opioids.
Well, yeah, I was going to say
might have kind of changed things a little bit. I don't think Portland or Memphis does not have that same issue. They have different issues, but it's not an opioid. I don't even.
That's not unique to Portland, though. That's the whole West Coast. The whole West Coast has that issue. We have it here in Washington too. Like it's a very real problem.
Portland got some special issues. I can say that.
I mean, you spend some time in Pierce County, you see plenty of it.
Yeah. Not only Pierce County.
Let's face it. That's an epidemic that's countrywide. So it's
for sure.
Like you can go to parts in Philadelphia, places called Kensington, where you see the zombie crew, where they look like they're sitting there and they're zoned out and zombied out. In fact, let's not take the road down that way. I'm just saying that when I think of both cities, I look at Portland as a softer version, and that could be thought of in a wrong way. I can't speak intelligently about it because I've not been to either city. However, I just look at Portland
on perception alone. I got you.
On perception alone, like reading the covers of both books, that Portland would be the softer of the two cities. And that's what I think may help him. I can't guarantee that either, because he may go the opposite way. He may be the hardness of Portland. You know what I mean? And that's
the hardness of Portland.
I mean, as long as they make him just not have Instagram, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you know what? While you're on our team, maybe no firearms and no Instagram. Let's go win.
So how about his buddy filming the second incident in the car?
Hey, his buddy tried to shut that down as soon as he did that. Did you see how fast he's like? Oh,
yeah. I didn't realize you actually had a gun in your hand. Like,
yeah,
but
I mean,
like, guys, come on. Like, we can't. Do we have to have the recorder on to begin with?
Well,
like,
yeah, because they were filming content. Like that's exactly what they were doing. Now, for him to yank the firearm out, you don't film stuff for IG and stuff all the time. That's what you're telling me. You think guys?
No, I don't. Number one, I know I don't. Number two, I'm gonna say, Bo, come on. This guy got a contract of $150 million. Do we need to touch IG, Bo? Do we need to be on IG for anything? Is there any
reason Aaron Hernandez didn't need to kill somebody and he had an $80 million contract? Like, what are we talking about? Just because they got a big contract doesn't mean they're not going to do dumb stuff. Ricky Williams couldn't not smoke weed. He was going to have an amazing career.
You go from brandishing firearms to killing somebody, Bo. Come on. The spectrum's a little different there, sir.
I mean, not really. Usually firearms are involved in that situation. So
right, well, let me ask you guys this question. I'm going to change it up here a little bit.
Go for it.
You had the Commissioner's Cup last night.
Yep.
I'm going to switch to the WNBA. Was it a surprise? Was it a surprise that New York beat Las Vegas?
No, and the main reason for that is Asia Wilson was ruled out the night before. So she didn't get a play in that game at all. So I figured New York was going to be a tough game with both teams fully healthy, with arguably the best player in the W missing the game. I figured New York could win that. I was actually really surprised with 8 minutes to go. They tied it up. I didn't think it was going to be particularly close. And it wasn't for a lot of the game, but yeah, as soon as Asia was ruled out, I was like, oh, New York's going to win this.
Okay.
Does Philly not have a ladies team? Philly does not have a women's team, do they?
Not until 2030.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're on the expansion list.
We have the expansion list. The money has already been paid. They paid $500 million.
Yep.
The Joe Harris.
I'm not sure if it's the Harris Group. It probably is. However,
they own everything else in Philly, don't they? They own most of the sports.
They only own the Sixers. They only own the Sixers.
And they own that same team owns the New Jersey team, the hockey team as well, don't they?
They own the Devils. They own the Washington Commanders. They own one of the soccer teams. I mean, it's the Harris Group is not whatever. But from
they
what
only
I
own one team. They only own the one team in Philly. I thought he owned more teams in Philly.
Just the one.
Okay, just the one.
In fact, Kevin Durant is a part owner of the Philadelphia Union.
Yep.
So, but neither here nor there. I think that they are a partial owner. Wanda Sykes, I believe, has something to do with that. I also believe Kylie Kelsey has something to do with that.
Oh, the WNBA team you're talking about?
Correct. Yeah. So it's like I don't know all of the particulars. I am trying to get Wanda Sykes' attention so that maybe we can get her on the show so that we could talk to her about that and
that'd be cool.
Women's sports in Philadelphia, because there has been a lack of that, and I would be interested to hear how things are going with that. What are the next steps? How is it that you bring a franchise into reality when, in the process of this? Because this is something that I'm brand new with. Like, I have no idea about how this all comes about. So it would be interesting to me to see how this is all working. They're going to be creating a new arena to be able to help house them. And it's not going to be the first professional female franchise that comes in, because there is a professional football team, the Philadelphia Phoenix, that play. And this is not like a lingerie league team. This is actually, they put on full pads and play.
Lingerie league had full pads now. Don't take shots at the lingerie league.
No, I'm not.
Full pads.
I'm not. But this is
they had shoulder pads
around.
Yeah, this is playing full nonstop pads. Like these are full football pads and everything that play in the women's NFL. The WNFL, I think is what it is, the
WNFL.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's there's a real league, and
we have a team here. We have a women's football team here, full pads. The LFL went away a long time ago.
Yeah, it's stuck in my mind a long time, Bo. All right.
But in the midst of all that, I look at that as just like it'll be good to see women's sports start to make its appearance in Philadelphia. I think it's long overdue.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't. I was just thinking about that. I'm surprised it hasn't already happened. Speaking of Philly sports, did you watch your guy Boots Ennis over the weekend? What you thought the Boots Ennis win over Zayas?
Still the best pound for pound fighter in boxing right now. Boots.
Oh my goodness gracious, this guy.
And since Cam checked out,
every fight I watch him, he TKOs somebody.
Pound. So every fight you watch him, he TKOs somebody. So that makes him the pound for pound best fighter. I
find that right now in boxing, he is the best pound for pound boxer in boxing.
So David Benavidez is not above Boots Ennis.
Very good boxer. I think pound for pound. No, he's underneath, but he's underneath.
So you haven't seen David Benavidez. I'd rather you say I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with him.
So you're talking to somebody who does pay attention to boxing a little bit and does watch these fights, and he is a good fighter, but is he like I said, it's hard to determine pound for pound. And the one thing that I can say about Boots is that he's got the power behind every strike he hits. That's the one thing that I could say, that most boxers are throwing their fists, but they don't have the power behind it like Ennis has got. And when you get connected by them, you feel it. And there's not many boxers out there that are able to do that. Most of them
for you to
win
say
by
that you haven't seen David Benavidez. For you to say that you haven't seen what David.
No,
Benavidez.
He's absolutely got some.
You haven't watched David Benavidez, and that's fair. That's fair, and that's fine. You can have your bias. See, I know your Boots is from Philly, but to say that he's the best boxer in boxing right now is preposterous.
Okay.
Preposterous.
It doesn't matter. It didn't matter if I said that he was the worst thing since sliced bread.
Exactly.
No, I was listening to you
about it.
No, I'm not arguing with you, but to say that he was preposterous, I was trying to give your Philly guy some love, but then you turn around and say he's the best boxer in boxing, and that's preposterous. That's preposterous.
Every time I watch him fight, he destroys the other guy.
Boots is a good fighter. Boots is a good fighter. I'm wondering, like, who's gonna stand up and who's gonna raise their hand to go fight this guy? But at 154, the only person to really gauge his greatness would be Crawford, and Crawford's not gonna come fight him.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He's going to have to raise. He's going to have to go up higher.
Nah, he's good where he's at. Just dominate the division. That's what kind of we've been waiting for him to see, is to dominate the division. The only thing is, to your point, is a lot of guys aren't willing to step up and fight him because they know what his potential.
Right.
So I like Boots. I just don't see him as a best. I think he might be 9 or 10. Actually, if I sat down and created a list, well, I take that back. He might be 6 or 7.
I would be interested. You know, this would be a conversation that I wish that we could have Jack on. Like Jack, Jack is a Hall of Fame boxing writer. I would love to get his take on this because he is somebody who is very in tune with everything boxing. And I know that when we spoke about Boots Ennis, that he felt that he was maybe one of the pound for pound guys. Now, is he the end all be all? I listen, I don't see enough of the other boxers to know that because they don't show them enough. They don't show boxing enough anymore. UFC kind of takes over the airwaves. However, I have been in the front row of watching Boots, a couple of times. And I've seen the power that he does. I watch how these guys, the moment that they feel that punch, they have to start to box a different way. You could see it in their eyes how they have to figure out how to defend differently than what they were used to and what they go in with a plan and they have to go to plan B because they're afraid of the punch. They're afraid of it.
Did you actually watch the fight over the weekend?
I didn't watch this one. No, I was stuck doing another event. I was got to make the money. So, but like I said, I know exactly what he's available to do. I did watch some of the highlights of it, and like I said, it wasn't any different from the highlights I saw.
Well, I think the fight, if you actually watch the fight, you might find it be different than the highlights you saw. But there was one time that Boots. You haven't seen this from him very often, but he wouldn't admit it. He did not admit it in the post-fight presser, but he was in trouble. He was in trouble in that third round, which actually made it a really good third round. But I think he showed some immaturity by actually standing in there and banging with the guy, which fight fans can look at it differently. But he didn't. He's skillful enough to where he doesn't have to bang with the boxer, and he was in there banging with the guy instead of getting out and showing his speed, showing his agility, showing his quickness. But he banged with them, and that can be seen as two ways. And that's why I asked you if you actually watched the fight, because I was wanting your opinion on that specific third round where he was just kind of. I think the moment he got caught up in the moment. Let's just go head to head and stand in the middle of the ring and go blow for blow. Where he got caught a couple times.
Get a hold of him.
He got caught a couple times. Yeah, he got caught a couple times, and the guy couldn't finish him. But to your point, Boot he has heavy hands, and not a lot of guys are going to stand there and be able to go blow for blow with him. So he came out he came out the better side of that. But I think that kind of shows some immaturity because Boots, you didn't have to do that. Now that you did that and you showed that you can do that, which is great, he came out the best side, but he really didn't have to do that. Like most fighters, Shakur Stevenson, who they're not in the same weight class, so they won't be fighting. But Shakur Stevenson, I have rated as a better boxer than Boots Ennis, would never stand in there and bang with a boxer because his whole philosophy is hit and don't get it.
Right.
So it's just interesting. Because the only reason I brought it up is because Boots is from Philly. I want your feedback on it.
No, it's like I said, I've watched a lot of his fights. I didn't get to watch this one. I only got to see the highlights, and they only show the good highlights over here. So I didn't know about the third round, battling back and forth. But like I said, most of the time, if I was to see you put Boots up against anybody in his weight class, and I think even one weight class above him. If you were to watch him go, punch for punch, like that, I would say that he's going to wind up as the better on most occasions. I don't know if anybody else has got heavier hands.
He should stay at 150 and move it up to 160 or 154. Excuse me, moving up to 160. The guys just get bigger, and I think he literally walks around at 154, 155. So. I think that's a good weight for him, and I mean he has heavy hands in that division.
Right.
And of course, we appreciate everybody tuning in today. We are up against it time-wise. If you are on every platform, be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, if you are listening on 97.3 ICU Radio, we got some smooth jazz headed your way. Otherwise, we will catch y'all tomorrow. Cam, see you next week. Take it easy, everybody. Sir.
Have a good one, man.
Peace.